talking about believing stuff or not believing stuff. Terrence Howard made another run in the podcast realm. He went to the GBL podcast and he said, every person that went to the Diddy party got their manhood taken from them.
Oh, God.
He said, he literally told a story, though, about how he showed up. Play the video. You got the video? Did you see the clip? Let's see.
Wait a minute. Since we're talking about things while he's looking for the video, did you hear that they said, is Layla Ali dead? Because they said that if you look on the internet, they said she died in labor in Canada. But then I heard it wasn't true, so I'm still in limbo whether or not it's true or not true anymore. Is she still with us?
There's only one person that can tell us.
She seems to be alive.
No. What did they say?
Let me ask chat.
ChatGPT's, Grok is kind of better with pop culture news.
I don't care.
Did you see if she died?
She's not dead.
She's not dead.
I know, but it was information all over the internet.
Entirely false.
Yeah.
You saw it on Facebook?
She said I'm fine and healthy. And she clarified that she's not pregnant.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, wow.
If you are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far, Who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once it's not that fluid, it's gone.
You hear that word?
You don't have
fluid.
any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Yeah, but this not the one. This the one where you got to play the one where he said, his assistant said, I think because he's trying to fuck you. He literally told a story about how Diddy called him in to be
he gets to it because it's like a 6-minute clip. And he says, Puffy tried to fuck
a whole different place.
Yeah,
I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here is men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
You ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
Wait, can you play it right?
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and
I want to hear what
teach
he
him
had
how
to say.
wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there, just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands-off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man.
That's why I never understood the comment about like, oh, he's not comfortable in his masculinity. I'm more comfortable in my masculinity because I don't allow you to talk to me like that. This is what people say to try to downgrade like men who act aggressive when people come at them with some weirdo shit. They're like, oh, he's not comfortable in his masculinity, or oh, he's not this or that. No, it's more comfortable in your masculinity because I'm not playing that shit.
You don't have to be violent, though.
It's not about being. What are you talking about? It's like what he just said. You treating me like a female. You're another man. Get the fuck out of my face. Get out of my face.
What's the most uncomfortable you've been with another man hitting on you? Has it?
I'll let Josh share.
Because I don't think I've gotten the puffy, like what they're alleging.
I've never had another.
What they're alleging of Puffy doing, I've never had that situation.
I've never had another man hit on me like that. There's no.
Well, like what?
Like anything.
Like
I can't remember in a time where I was ever at a bar, I was ever at a club, I was ever sitting around, standing around, and some dude came up to me like, hey, fella. I don't think I give off that energy. Or maybe I'm just ugly. I don't know. But
could be both.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm not approachable if that's the case. Because I've never been in no situation where someone came up to me.
The only reason why I struggle with what you're saying is because I know you, and going to big Hollywood parties, you probably never really did that.
No.
Huh? You did?
Nah.
Yeah, they dare. And they will test you and approach you.
Okay. Well.
So you've been tested.
Huh?
You've been to you've been to some Hollywood parties.
I've been to plenty
so
Hollywood
you've been
parties.
Tested.
It's not like they're like, hey, let me get your number. Nah, they just random guys start talking to you, and I immediately like, okay, I didn't talk to you. I didn't say anything to you. That's weird. And I just get the fuck away from them. But that stuff happens. You don't necessarily know, but it feels odd.
I would say I've never had like a guy's like, oh, can you help me with this video? And then like I show up and then they're being kind of like, I feel
just
like
naked.
Like, you know, like, yeah, but that energy,
so funny.
That energy, you feel it. Like, I know when, like, you know, usually.
Can you imagine going to help Diddy run lines and he sits there and just looks at you? That's wild.
Well, this is something, and I'm not gonna name the name, but I met a producer.
You're not naming names?
Why?
You just wow.
How are we gonna go viral?
Yeah.
I know a producer who worked with Diddy.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah. Because I met him through Craig. And he said there was a story where he was working on music in his house, and then Diddy entered the room in his boxers. But he told him, like, hey, yo, put on clothes. And then he put on clothes, but he never did some weird shit. But he just went to the studio, his home studio once, in boxers.
Why is Diddy so weird?
I don't know.
Fuck is his deal?
These are all terrible stories.
Yeah.
All I have to say is, yeah, he seems to be gay. He seems to be business-wise very, you know, stern and predatory. But free Diddy. I'm on your side. We have to free him. We have to free him.
Free him for what? More of this activity?
What?
I think maybe he should just stay where he is.
It's not illegal what he's doing.
Isn't
Right.
it?
It's not illegal.
Is it?
Isn't it
It's not
illegal
illegal.
in the hood of men
And the
to do what he is doing?
in man code, it's definitely fucking illegal.
Is it?
It's illegal as shit.
He's right where he should be if you want to be playing with booties.
And hearing Terrence Howard now, they're misquoting him. They made him seem like everybody who went to Diddy party got fucked. No, he mainly talking about actors and Hollywood, because they were like trying to pin my brother LeBron James into this bullshit, and I wouldn't let it.
LeBron literally said there is no party like a Diddy party.
He don't know. He's a dad. He doesn't drink alcohol. He's a goofball. He wouldn't know.
That's what he wants you to believe.
Yeah, he wouldn't drink too much. He doesn't drink too much alcohol though.
It only takes one sip of fucking Fenty, buddy.
Hey, you heard when Dame said like, "Oh man, I never like had alcohol that strong," but he was talking about JC. Alcohol JC gave him. Like
Yeah, we heard it. All I'm saying is that Diddy's not getting out.
Nah, he gonna get out.
They should
Gonna get out.
They should let him out.
From what?
I don't think they're gonna. First, I'm interested to see how the case plays out.
The federal charges?
The civil one looks like that's unraveling.
Those? Who cares about those? That's not the one that's going to put him in jail forever.
He's the first person in history to go down in a RICO case by himself.
He's definitely the first one.
I don't know. What was the charges on what's his name?
Who?
Dude killed himself in jail.
Epstein?
Epstein?
Yeah. He got bail though. At least he got bail.
Yeah, but was it a RICO charge?
I think it was sex trafficking.
I think it's a bunch of shit. Yeah, I don't think it's one thing.